Nsfw, you are unable to be killed or injured for 24 hours, and any crimes you commit during this time, you can't be charged for, no matter how extreme. What do you do with this power? Find out what lava tastes like. You best hope that it goes through your system before the invincibility wears off. Edit. I aware he said taste not eat. Run around the Pentagon covered in baby oil. Off in the effing Mariana Trenches. No crimes needed. Just raw exploration. I can be killed by pressure and lack of oxygen. It would be the ultimate experience. 1. Get some coffee, since 24h is a serious time span, and sleeping through such occurrence is kind of dumb. 2. So if I shoot my D off with a gun, still no damage? Raid Area 51. 25 hours later. Overheard sir, we are ready to cut open the intruder, to see what makes them tick. I would steal the moon, get vectored. Lol, you're not getting me, CIA. Execute Order 66. I'd practice Parker, because that S is scary as hell, and my biggest problem that prevents me from getting better is being afraid. I wouldn't do crime, because even if I wasn't charged, people would still judge me. Okay, I would cross on red like usual, and so many times, in front of children. Sounds about right. Also cool idea with Parker. After you would die, once the fear should go away for the rest of the day. I don't know. I'd just fucking throw bikes into the river. IDK, why this one made me laugh the hardest. I've got an inoperable tumor that's growing off my spine and into my pelvis. Doctors can't remove it because that could leave me with complete loss of function from the waist down. I'd call every doctor I can and tell them to effing have at it. Edit. I appreciate all the Reddit gifts here, but please stop spending money towards my Reddit account and instead please consider donating towards NF1 research. I'm far from the only one impacted by this disease, and often it's children who need the help most. Rob a bunch of banks and jewelry stores trying to make as much money as possible in such a short time. Might start by robbing an extreme sports car dealership, just so I can drive to different banks even faster. Lol. I would out Pizza the Hut. Actually, quantum mechanics forbids this. Snort coke until I can see time. So a normal Friday. Run naked through Times Square covered in mayonnaise and randomly jump on cars and pass us-by. I'm pretty sure you can do that now. I mean, there is no law that says it's illegal to run naked through Times Square covered in mayonnaise and randomly jump on cars and pass us-by, right? Watch Netflix. Go to bed early, you malicious bastard. That's too extreme. Become the world's first suicide bomber to survive. Wouldn't that just make you a bomber? Take a flight, go home, see my family, eat good food, fly back, sit and cry. Jump off of something tall and hopefully get over my horrible fear of heights. Edit. Commenting in this one thread has given me 5x my previous karma. I'm probably going to go to sleep and wake up to 50 plus notifications. Go live and tell the world that death stopped working. Shoot myself. Hang. Jump off buildings. You know. Just rack up a body count without having to do anything to anyone else. I break into Tiffany's at midnight. Do I go for the vault? No. I go for the chandelier. It's priceless. As I'm taking it down, a woman catches me. She tells me to stop. It's her father's business. She's Tiffany. I say no. We make love all night. In the morning, the cops come, and I escape in one of their uniforms. I tell her to meet me in Mexico, but I go to Canada. I don't trust her. Besides, I like the cold. 30 years later, I get a postcard. I have a son and he's the chief of police. This is where the story gets interesting. I tell Tiffany to meet me in Paris by the Trocadero. She's been waiting for me all these years. She's never taken another lover. I don't care. I don't show up. I go to Berlin. That's where I stash the chandelier. Take a bite of an entire Kit Kat bar and mass genocide. Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? I would shoplift a lot A ridiculous amount of shoplifting. I wouldn't even know where to start. A jewelry store, a luxury store. Should I finally get a flat screen? Stream/record myself not drowning while being submerged in a tank filled with sharks for 24 hours. Live off of the internet fame the rest of my life. Thanks for the awards, guys. F every single politician to death. Honestly, I'd just go steal a decent car from a used car lot. Maybe load it up with stolen groceries. Go get it registered and insured first. And, I dunno, go take a piece of jewelry from a few different stores and sell them for an emergency fund. Oh, and steal some rolled oats and almost expired lettuce to hand out at the park while educating people about not feeding ducks bread. For $300 Alex. What do politicians ask themselves daily? Correct. Can I spin the wheel now? What can I spin the wheel now? There is no wheel. But when do I say show me then? Rob on a ton of banks. Play with high voltage. Darks all of the animal abuse channels on YouTube. And then shoot myself. Just for the fun of it. Is teleportation allowed? 24 hours isn't that long. If you need to catch a flight somewhere. Shit, you telling us you can teleport? Probably something stupid like break into the lion or tiger exhibit of a zoo and pet them, or some useless shit. I would want to do more, namely breaking all the animals out to take them to a preserve or sanctuary, somewhere with space, but can still be cared for. But 24 hours isn't a lot of time. Such an endeavor. I'd have to steal some trucks first, I guess. That or burn down the Westboro Baptist Church, or Jodestein's estate. Prob one of those two, honestly. Steal all the dogs that are being mistreated. Can I have one? I rob some rich, corrupt asshole before that, so that I can buy a small house with a hooch garden for my new friend. I buy him 1000 tennis balls and make a little ball pit for him, an agility course, a little pond for him to go swimming, etc. With the rest of the money I help you out with all the other dogs you stolen. Pay all their vet bills and maybe even hire a private vet so that the dogs get the ultimate best care ever. Rob banks. Just hit every bank in the finance district. Should be able to get a couple $100 million in a few hours. Spread the money around. Invest in public transportation. Do banks keep that kind of money on hand? I'd presume a typical bank would need some notice if you wanted even a fraction of that amount. I would donate all my organs constantly for 23 hours along with blood, and for my final hour I'd wish everyone a good day. I'd do that, but sell them on the black market. Easy money. I'd like to visit Putin's palace. Rip the tags off every pillow I can find while running with scissors. The yin and yang. Ripping the tags at the expense of running with scissors. I rob Jeff Bezos. Edit Bezos. Still, I stand my ground. If you are that rich, at least make sure people who can't pay their rent are not going to be homeless. Aim higher. You should try robbing Bezos. All rapists are getting their comeuppance. Who is pants? And why will all rapists come up him? Arrange a meeting with a PS5 scalper in a remote location. Kill them. And take the free PS5. Then I would spend the rest of the day robbing banks. You find out where the rest of the PS5 are after you kill him. Then take those and just give the extra PS5s away after you take yours, that is. I already know controversial is going to be filled with just rape. Confess to my crush. I think dying from shame may not be covered under the stated clauses. Kill a pedophile from my hometown. Then go scuba diving without gear. Then steal some S from the richest people. Pretend to be the second coming of Jesus and publicly shame all televangelists for going against my teachings. Call them out by name. Tell people to love one another, regardless of race, gender, and financial status. All people are equal, and to treat another person as a lesser is the worst of moral crimes. Convince the top 1% that they will be doomed to hell if they do not spread their wealth amongst the rest of the nation. Spread the word that religious organizations should be taxed. If people won't do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, I will scare them into doing it myself. I think this is the best one I've read on here. Good idea. Blow up that snail that's been after me. I'd go touch the elephant's foot of reactor 4 at Chernobyl and film it, of course. Probably should use a throwaway for this, but what the hell. I would break into the city jail and torture the man who raped my wife slowly, peeling his skin off 1 inch at a time, and then slicing off the body exposed, starting at the feet and slowly making my way up to his genitals for 23 hours, until he died right before the end of the amnesty. I'm sure I will get over this desire for vengeance, but that time is not now. Ride my bike down this massive hill that I fell down a few months back to see if I can do it.